Yo, welcome back to another episode of my vlog series, To Thine Own Self. I'm Chad L. I'm a master of ceremony, songwriter. I can freestyle. I'm good at a lot of creative things. And the last episode, the last vlog was fall of last year. In that episode, I talked about dealing with imposter syndrome, burnout, and just kind of felt like I didn't have a productive 2025. But I kind of feel like that was kind of in hindsight, because on TikTok, they showed me like my highlights of last year, and I was really productive on there, like with the freestyles, talking about music, and then also doing a little bit of the visuals, because I kind of put them everywhere. I kind of put them on TikTok and Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. So you know what I'm saying? So it really was productive. I just kind of feel it wasn't productive the way that I wanted it to be. And I still kind of feel like a little bit of the imposter syndrome, a little bit of the burnout, and some of the stuff has kind of carried over from last year into this year a little bit for the first few months of the year, the first quarter of the year. I feel like some of the burnout definitely stemmed from what I've been doing for the last 5-6 years, being an independent contractor, delivery driver. And, even with that, doing that as long as I've been doing it, the first few years, I've been breaking even. And I'm trying not to look at that as like a negative, just more of as a learning experience, because I also kind of felt like me working for myself was definitely going to kind of go over into music a little bit more, because I started doing the whole independent contractor delivery driver thing right when the pandemic happened, right in 2020. Jobs are looking a little weird, and I was just like, yo, I can just do this, work whenever I want. It'll give me time to work on music, work on videos, work on pictures, work on content. So I'm still trying to figure that out. And another thing, as far as the music, these last few months, I kind of feel like it's been that lack of support, feeling that. Definitely last year, and these last few months, but it's always kind of been there a little bit, because I'm not a new artist. I've been around for a while. I started doing music when I was 14 years old, when I was a freshman in high school. That was in 2000. Throughout the years, I was in a couple of rap crews non-contractually. I gotta say that, because the first rap crew that I was in, the dude over there is really weird. And releasing music in 2010, doing shows from 2011 to 2015. And it's been there. It's been there, but I in the beginning, I never really tried to stress it, because when I left the first rap crew that I had been in from 2002 to 2010, the last few years, it was a lot of creative differences. And by the time I got finished with that project, which would be the Cool Nerd Story, the dude in that crew was giving me the silent treatment like a female, and I had to get the masters, which he burnt to a DVD, of that project, of the Cool Nerd Story, out of his mailbox. But went and got them, listened to the songs for a few months, figured out how I was going to sequence everything together. And other things just kind of had some serendipitous timing too. I was having issues with the job I was at, relationships, but I had heard about my good friend being a DJ for a while, and he was DJing at this spot called New Brooklyn Tavern. And a lot of my friends who were in bands, punk bands, metal bands, hardcore bands, they performed there. So I went out there, saw him do his thing. He was DJing for a MC competition. Talked to him, let him know what was going on with me, musically. Let him know I was going to probably put out a project soon. And December 13th, 2010, dropped the Cool Nerd Story on That Piff when That Piff was around. And it got a lot of good feedback. When it was on the platform, I had it sponsored, so that's what allowed me to kind of get the reach it did. But a lot of the people who were in the comments told me good things, and then whoever listened to the project, whether or not I burned a CD for them and got it to them, they're like, yo, Jad, this is pretty dope music. So off the strength of that, I ended up performing in MBT. I reached out to MBT towards the end of December 2010, then opened my first show January 23rd, 2011. And I don't think that would have happened if I wouldn't have left that first rap crew situation with all the weird stuff with the contracts, how this person was kind of out of touch with how music was being released, and just everything that was kind of going on within that time period. It was like that was right in the middle, kind of going towards the end of the blog era. And the lack of support thing in the beginning with shows, it was there, but I never try to stress it. And you do what you do. You invite people that are on your Facebook friends. You do the Facebook event. You get the yeses, you get the nos, you get the maybes. But it was only a handful of my friends that kind of showed up to those shows. And shout out to anybody who showed up to those earlier shows. I appreciate y'all. But you keep pushing because it's yo, I got music out. I'm trying to get the word out there, and I got to rock these shows. And my last show was 2015. It was one of my biggest shows as far as who I was opening up for, because I was opening up for Blueprint and Superstition. Blueprint is a MC, producer, creative from Columbus, Ohio. He was signed to Rhyme Sayers at the time. He has his own independent label called Weightless. And Superstition, he's an MC producer from North Carolina, and he did a lot of music with Little Brother. So that was a big show for me. And really none of my friends came out there. You know what I'm saying? I think one mutual friend of my DJ was there. And to kind of make things not so good as well, that's kind of the time my DJ retired. And both our names were on the flyer too for that show. And I did all right, you know what I'm saying? I think I would have did a lot better if, my big homie was DJing, but me and him are still cool. We're still friends. That's still my big brother. I still talk to him every now and again and still hang out with him. The second opener for that show, his DJ did my set, so I was good. So I was still able to perform and get through my set. And when the show stuff just kind of stopped, I just kind of stuck to doing stuff with social media. Then the Team Backpack World Underground auditions happened, doing that from 2016 to 2017. around the same time as me doing the Team Backpack auditions, Cypher Circuit, when they were up and running, doing Murder to Beat, using the BRAP app when that was up and running. And doing the auditions that led to me going to World Underground LA in 2017. I found out, I think maybe like the 40th week or like the 50th week, that I was one of the 64 MCs that was going to compete in Los Angeles. And that was crazy. And even though World Underground LA didn't go the way I wanted it to, I had already did a couple of collaborations with some of the MCs from the auditions. Then later, I would have a few collaborations from the MCs from Woola. Then Cypher Circuits, Murder to Beat, that led to a few collaborations, a few good things. BRAP led to me working with Earl, who's in Australia. And Akeem and Murph Chops. Akeem is one of the MCs who was in the top 64 MCs with me that made it to World Underground LA, who made it to Woola. And his producer, Murph Chops, those guys are from Canada. So I never really stressed not really having like the support here in Lexington, here in my hometown, because after a while I was doing stuff outside of Lexington. So that's one of the reasons why, you know, I don't see me quitting. For the last few months, it has been kind of beating myself up a little bit and questioning why people aren't supporting me. Like, why people don't take me serious. Is it because I don't have merch? Is it because of how I look or how I talk? You know, all the things that I think you go through as an artist, like those things that, you know, they're the insecurities that you have, but I think you got to get through them by putting yourself out there. And also feeling like I've been letting down Earl and a lot of these other producers who have sent me beats to work on projects with. You know what I'm saying? I pushed the Earl Jam project back so much, and you know, even questioning like, oh man, I don't have this equipment, I don't have a mic, I don't have a preamp, I don't have monitors because something happened with my monitors, you know, all that, man. And I feel like if I quit now, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna miss out on a good opportunity to get that support, to get that community, to get those supporters who take my music seriously and who like what I do. So I'm not going anywhere, and you know, use what I got. I got a camera, I got a decent phone, I got a lot of music, I got ways to create content. So I just think now it's just kind of sticking to doing the content, doing these vlogs, doing music visuals, and getting back to making dope music. And I'm gonna end it here. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. Give me a follow at ChadL_music on Instagram. The link tree in the description has everything you need. It has my site, it has my Bandcamp if you're trying to support the music directly. It also has where you can follow me on social media, as well as where you can support the music on streaming. Until the next time, I'll see you.
I keep rocking, I keep rolling, I'm so focused, and you know this. Keep it real, no bogus, keep it real. No posers, I keep rocking, I keep rolling, I'm so focused, and you know this. Keep it real, no bogus, keep it real, no posers. Far from a problem starter, I'm a problem solver. I'll be the one that finished what you started, and I finished what I started as an artist. Your blood got no Gotti, you're not a mobster. You a meal, I'll eat your crab cakes with my lobster. They know I'm real, you guys are imposters. You got no backbone, where's your posture? I got that pure, that bad but you got them bothered. This backpack rap is a problem. That's why your girl slobber keeps my family jewels polished. How you a gangster when you never seen the projects? You dummies get schooled like the month of August. You fall and leave, call it autumn. I'm falling for the green like the team in Boston. I keep rocking, I keep rolling. I'm so focused, and you know this. Keep it real, no bogus. Keep it real, no posers. I keep rocking, I keep rolling. I'm so focused, and you know this.